From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Not only that, whenever you get pulled over, officers, the first thing they do, and the only thing they do when you get pulled over is they look at your record. If they see that you have a prior DWI, if they see that you have a prior felony PCS, you think they're going to treat you good if they smell anything funky?
Hear me, yo. Watching how them opera boys get sentenced. You know how the fuck's going on, man. Y'all boys tuned into that Oouchie Court Watch. Well, we taking it straight from the jail cell to the judge. Hear me?
Yes, hey Judge, how are you doing? I have a plea for Oouchie Garcia. Mr. Garcia? And they're dismissing the felony upstairs, and he's doing yes for the probation with TRAS conditions.
Has a TRAS been done yet?
Yes, and the recommended IOP is
Oouchie Garcia.
No, shh. You have, or you're not you, but your lawyers have worked a killer deal for you today. You speak English, right?
Yes, I do.
Where they're going to dismiss the felony in exchange for your plea on this case. I'm going to tell you now, this is not something that happens very often. So get a clue. Do you understand?
Yes.
The agreement that you have worked out here is you're now charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. The agreement that you have is 180 days in jail to be probated for 15 months. You need to understand that this charge is going to go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. From now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. Not only that, whenever you get pulled over, officers, the first thing they do, and the only thing they do when you get pulled over is they look at your record. If they see that you have a prior DWI, if they see that you have a prior felony PCS, you think they're going to treat you good if they smell anything funky? Probably not. So don't give them the ammo to shoot you with a gun. It is a DW, any prior DWI? So the agreement is a DWI education class, 1 victim impact panel, a TRAS, but you have already done it. So the TRAS here is recommending intensive outpatient treatment followed by supportive outpatient treatment. This is what you must do. If you fail to complete these conditions, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I will put you in jail and I'm going to bring you right back out in orange, and we're going to talk about whether you violated you. And if you did, if you do, you're looking at 180 days in jail. Do you understand? No drugs, alcohol, random testing, and a guardian interlock.
He has we're gonna do the portable because he's not driving, doesn't have a license.
You'll be signing an affidavit today promising us you're not going to drive. Mr. Garcia, do not drive. If you want to see me grow horns and a tail, I'm telling you, don't drive. If you want to drive, do things the right way, ask for permission, get a license, get insurance, and then I will be dancing happily because you're doing things the right way. But if you go out and you do it on your own and you're not licensed, I'm going to lose it. You understand? All right. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. How do you plead to this offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I will send it to this agreement. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Judge.
So, Judge, we have a,
Mr. Garcia?
no,
Okay, all right. Good luck, sir.
actually have to run it separately because I was.
Mr. D, you want to talk to me while we're waiting?
Sir?
You want to talk to me while we're waiting?
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, we just have that Sullivan.
You wanted to do a proper calls on Mr. Sullivan?
To be quite frank with you, I don't even remember what happened. It's an
The
assault.
allegation, he's let the state.
Yeah, so-
Jerry.
I'll just read you the PC summary, I guess. So on March 23rd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, officer was dispatched to a servant's call and met with the complainant witness, stated that the defendant is her husband. The complainant witness stated that she told the defendant that she was going to move back to Arizona that day, and they got into an argument. The defendant then told the complainant witness to hit him in the face. Complainant witness then struck him in the face 3
Right,
times.
right.
Complainant witness then stated 10 minutes later, she went into the bedroom where the defendant then laid down on top of her, grabbing her wrists, causing pain.
Oh, that's 10 minutes
That's
later.
10 minutes later. So grabbing her wrist, causing pain. Complainant witness then got one arm loose, grabbed the defendant's genitals, causing him to let go. And then the defendant then struck the complainant witness in the mouth, causing pain. And the officer observed the complainant witness to have bruises on her arms and injuries to her top and bottom lip.
How is it?
I think we are omitting some things that's pertinent to the decision that you're gonna make.
What?
That she asked, her daughter told her that you have to make a choice between
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I
and
remember. And then she makes a choice of him.
and she said, I'm leaving you and I'm going to be with my daughter and grandchild. And then he comes and tell her, if you're really that mad at me, then hit me. And that's when she went to him and hit him twice. Boom, boom.
How is it fair that I find probable cause on him and not on her? Why didn't they charge her?
So I would say one is the fact that he quite literally says to hit her or to hit him.
Can't consent
Well,
to,
but that's, I
consent
mean-
to an offense, Judge. If
Well, you
he
can't
tells me
consent
to
to
shoot
assault.
me,
Yeah, no. I mean, you can, like
Yeah.
boxers consent to
You can
assault,
consent to
right?
assault. That's.
But I mean, in this,
I think where we are for PC purposes, as far as this offense goes, is that it occurs 10 minutes later. Then we have essentially in a situation where he can't essentially claim self-defense if he's the one being the aggressor first, where he's grabbing her 10 minutes after this kind of initial incident happened. He's grabbing her, then she grabs his genitals, and then he punches her in the face. I think that's where we're at as far as PC goes.
I don't think that's the law, Judge. I don't think you can void what had happened earlier just because it was 10 minutes later. I don't think you can take the fact away that she was the one that instigated and was the culprit of the initial assault.
but there's a long cooling down period. You know, if it's like maybe a minute or two after the fact.
Yeah, I mean, I would say.
And then, but nevertheless, though, how's it
still
fair that she's
assaulted.
not charged? I mean, why does she get the benefit of the doubt? Because she's wearing a skirt.
I mean, the code does say you can consent to an assault.
If you consent to, if you tell me to shoot you and I kill you, you don't think the cop's gonna get me for murder?
Well, you can't consent if there's serious bodily injury involved. You can't consent if there's no threat or actual serious.
Come up,
bodily
Mr. Sullivan.
Less than the serious.
I mean, an assault does occur in this case with him and her, but there's also another one that
Right.
occurs, you know, so.
I would argue, Judge, that at this point, with the charge that we have, that's gonna be fact issues that I'm sure we're gonna parse through moving forward, but I think that's.
And I think it'll work to the benefit, you know, so Mr. Sullivan, I'm gonna find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Don't have any contact with this person, please. The only thing I'm gonna ask you to do is don't pick up any new cases, don't have contact, and don't be possessing weapons. I don't know why they didn't charge the other person. I don't understand, and I don't know, but be it as it may, just don't have contact with this person. I think that, you know, it's just could be like a rumbling volcano. And the last thing we want to do is we don't want anything more to erupt. We don't want further charges and just, you know, and I think that, you know, they'll take it into account when you guys are talking about this case, but just stay away. That's all I'm asking you to do. Okay?
Well, Judge, with all due respect, I don't think it's too late to not to file charges against that person. I mean, I've seen cases
Right.
where there are 5 charges.
That's not me. That's up to the DA's office and intake, whether they,
Then I think the DA's office should take that in advisement to file charges against the person who was the actual initiator of the contact between these parties. If they do it all the time, I've seen cases where the district attorney filed cases 1 year later, when they know that there's evidence to substantiate the filing of a charge against somebody.
who knows? Maybe it will. I don't know. Do you mind filing no contact, no weapons? I've given you a lawyer All you'd have to do is just stay in contact with Mr. Dixon. He'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. I'm going to waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court. Just stay in contact with him and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Don't leave until you sign the bond conditions. Once you sign them, you're free to go.
If I run out, I gotta put some money.
Go,
money
go,
on my-
take your time. But just come back.
Okay, I will. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Take care, sir.
How you doing? Hey, Judge, good morning. This is Mr. Jalen Calhoun, Judge.
I'll sign this real quick.
Don't say anything about the case, okay?
All right.
Use the focus of this.
Getting
To the proper place to handle your business. So that's the focus.
It's needed, S-N-E-E-D.
on who?
Thank you.
Who?
That's right. That's right. I'm so confused.
Scott Sanders?
Okay, what is his name?
His name is Jalen Calhoun.
Morning, Mr. Calhoun.
Good morning, what you doing?
So it seems that you are one of 4 co-defendants that we have on a case arising out of another state.
Yes, sir.
You are wanted out of,
Louisiana, Natchitoches Parish. I butchered the pronunciation, but.
Natchitoches.
Yes, sir.
What is it?
Natchitoches.
That.
Louisiana.
The lawyer is asking me to set you a bond, but I don't know. I don't know you. I've never met you before, and I have a very short amount of time to get to know you to see
Right.
what kind of person you are.
Right,
Paper really tells me who you are. The words coming out of your mouth, I just,
right.
right. So tell us about Mr. Calhoun.
Your Honor, he's wanted out of Louisiana for transfer and possession of stolen vehicles, or equivalent to theft of a motor vehicle, and him and 3 other individuals, one whom is charged with UUMV, were found same day where they stole a vehicle. We have a parallel charge with Louisiana where they're charging him for the theft, and we have for the
But the
driver.
thing about it is, I wasn't there.
Do you really think that you can just start spitting out something? Where do you think you are? Really?
My bad.
You think that this is helping you, Mr. Calhoun?
No, sir.
You're not at home. You're not on the street. Okay. Please.
Your Honor, the same day that they stole the vehicle, which was captured on surveillance off campus, they transversed state lines and came to Texas, and they were found in Harris County with obviously traffic infraction being the probable cause, and found with all 4 occupants of the vehicle. The fact that they transversed state lines, they would be opposed to a bond. There was also, and because I took a charge, I know before the office reports out, is that there was also a firearm found on one of the passengers and that they were trying to conceal. At the time, the officers were getting everybody removed from the vehicle, and obviously 2 of them being under the age of 21. So they would be opposed to a bond for.
So hold on a second.
Yes, Judge.
It's a stolen car
Yes, Judge.
out of Louisiana.
Yes, Judge.
They come to Houston,
Yes,
all 4 of them.
yes.
How do we know the other ones knew that it was stolen? Do we have any kind of,
In Louisiana, and they did it in real time. And the complaint has stated none of the occupants in the vehicle had permission to take the vehicle.
I know that,
Oh,
but how do we know that they knew that it was stolen? Right? So what if I come pick you up in my car?
Oh,
It's
I
a
see what
stolen
you're saying.
car. You have
So-
no idea it's stolen.
I see.
Like if everything's ripped off in the inside, you got like, there's a screwdriver for the steering wheel, the steering column's been ripped off. Then there's facts that lead you to believe that it's a stolen car.
So for running the plate because it was reported stolen, and the fact that it was, well, at the time of the, I'm sorry?
That's still,
No, again, on surveillance video in Louisiana, that they have it in Louisiana, that these are the original individuals that stole the vehicle. That's how they knew. That's how the officers in Harris and the officers in Louisiana knew that they knew it was stolen because they were the ones who stole it.
they have them, you saying on video?
Yes, that's what
All
I'm
4
trying to.
together is taken?
Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah,
trying
well,
to.
that's something.
Can we
different.
see this video? I haven't seen this video. It's
You're
a,
not gonna get to see the, that's what the
That's in
underlying criminal
Louisiana.
case.
well, you're basing your decision on a video that the prosecution that says he saw, you haven't seen, I haven't seen.
I just want to know how they impute the thievery to him.
Correct.
And he's saying that
they're
there's a
saying it's because
video.
of a surveillance video.
And the Louisiana officers were telling the Harris County deputies that they have it on surveillance video. That's how.
Specifically what? Where was my client? Was he the one?
We're not gonna get all that.
Right, but we're talking about that.
Our criminal history?
No, Your Honor. This is based on flight risk. They literally transverse lines the same day they stole a car.
It hasn't been proven that he knew it was stolen.
How many got charged with the UUMV?
The driver, because that was the only
That's the only one.
driver, right?
So your position on bond is what?
There's no bond because of the flight risk. They literally fled the state the same day within 24 hours, really 24 hours within stealing a car. Judge. They literally fled the state.
They keep
Stealing a
saying
car.
they stole the car. He didn't get charged with stealing the car. He's not in the vehicle. He is charged with transfer.
No.
He
He
is
is
being-
charged
he is
in
being charged.
Louisiana.
Well, then that's a,
He is charged, but in Louisiana.
okay, well, he's
Here,
being charged with
just being
that.
charged
Just
with
because
the-
he's charged with it doesn't mean you're gonna convict him. I see like very good arguments as to why he shouldn't be convicted. Secondly, if we're talking about flight risk, he was a passenger. He hasn't had the opportunity. Where was he going? Did he know he was fleeing the jurisdiction? He doesn't know that it's stolen. Like you said, is the steering column broken? Okay, at that point, perfect. He should have known. There's nothing to say that that's what happened in this case. We're assuming the worst. Let's assume the best. He's presumed innocent. Let's not assume that he knew he was committing a crime. Let's presume he was innocent. So in that case, let's give him a bond. Let's allow him to go and fight this case. He can't fight it here. He's fighting an allegation that we don't have, the surveillance video that we haven't seen. Let him go
How old
fight
are
the
you?
case over there.
21, sir.
I still stand on no bond.
I mean, I'm
Regarding the flight risk, and so.
well, you got to understand, in life, there are consequences to action, right? When you hang out with dogs, you get fleas. I can set you a bond, but you need to understand from the time that you're released, we give you 2 weeks from the date of that release to go turn yourself in to that parish in Louisiana. If you fail to do that, I will revoke the bond that I'm going to set here. I'll set it at 0. I will not give you another one. You can't run forever. At some point, we'll get you. And then that time, when we do get you, I will physically hold you until Louisiana comes and gets you. Do you understand?
So if I go down there, I'm at the bond down there 2 months.
That's correct.
Right.
Signed the waiver yesterday, Judge. I
Right.
signed the waiver
The
yesterday.
thing is that I will probably set a bond around $5,000. You'll probably have to make all of it because you are a flight risk. You're wanted out of another state. If you waived yesterday, we have buses coming in and out of Louisiana about 2 times a week. So if you keep the waiver, you'll probably be back Wednesday. At the latest, Monday, you'll be back in Louisiana, Monday-ish, where if you want to bond out, you can, but you're gonna have to make it on your own to Louisiana. And then you'll have to bond out. Or no, you're gonna have to turn yourself in over there. You can't bond out. Is there no bond set?
I believe it's no bond. I'll double check.
You'll have to turn yourself in there. So if you want me to set a bond, you have to withdraw your waiver and you're gonna lose the credit that you've built up toward them. Because if Louisiana doesn't come get you here within 14 days, we release you regardless. And then you don't pay anything. You're gonna get released. So I'll let you talk with Ricardo and make the decision what you want to do.
Yes, sir.
What amount would you be thinking, Judge?
5,000.
5,000? Judge, he is 21 years old.
Yes, sir.
He would be seeking the support of his parents. It would be a bond that he's got to post 100% on. Would you consider going to 2,500? No? Okay, fair enough. I'll talk to my
Lucky to
client.
even get a bond, Mr. Calhoun, really. And I don't even know if I'm gonna do the other ones as well, I mean, I don't know, so.
I'll talk to my client, Judge. Thank
Okay.
you. Appreciate it.
Oouchie Court Watch, we're on the scene. Truths unravel, and what does it mean? In the halls where stories clash, Oouchie Court Watch, quick as a flash.